Chris. Tonight, I'm going to be showing you how to make a very special dish for that very special someone you got coming over tonight. Come with me and I'll show you what you need.
If you're following along with tonight's episode, the ingredients you'll need are Parmesan Reggiano, cream, flour, fettuccine pasta, olive oil, chicken, and some seasonings of your own choice.
The first thing you're going to need is a pot. This is the pot I'm going to be using for tonight. Might not be exactly what you have in your kitchen, but any big old pot should do the trick. Now let's go fill this up with some water. Now with your water heating up on the stove, it's the perfect time to pop yourself a bottle of wine. And as my aunt always said, 1 glass for the meal and 1 glass for the chef. So pour with a heavy hand. Now with your water boiling and we're probably sauced up, we can start the next step, and that's preparing your chicken. First thing we're gonna do is get a plastic cutting board because we don't want any raw juices seeping into your wooden one. Now, we're gonna season the chicken with just a light dusting of some salt and pepper. Nothing too crazy. Now that your chicken's well seasoned, we're gonna put it on a separate plate, put it off to the side, and keep it in the fridge. Now, for the best part of any dish, we're getting to the sauce. The ingredients you're gonna need for this sauce, Alfredo, is gonna be cream, Parmesan cheese, a stick of butter, some tablespoons of flour, any seasonings of your choice. Tonight I'm gonna be using paprika, oregano, and garlic powder, and of course, your salt and pepper. And to make it all in, you're gonna need a large to medium-sized saucepan. First thing we're doing is melting down your butter until it's fully liquefied. For about 1 stick of butter, you're gonna need about 4-ish tablespoons of flour. You don't wanna add the flour until your butter is fully melted. We're gonna start with 4. You might need a little bit more as it goes, but we're just gonna see what we have for right now. Making sure you're scraping any flour that's on the bottom of your pan because you do not want it to burn. That's looking a little loose, so we're gonna add 2 more tablespoons of flour. Don't be afraid. This is close to the texture you want it to be. Being able to drag it and seeing the bottom of the pan. And congratulations, you just made yourself a brew. Now we're going to continue to let it cook. Let it cook off that raw flour taste. That's looking pretty good. Alright. Keeping your pan on medium-low heat. We're gonna grab your cream. And I would start off with about half a cup's worth. You'll notice as you add your cream, your roux is gonna substantially thicken. And this is okay. This is gonna make a very velvety, flavorful sauce. You wanna fully incorporate it until you add any more cream. About another half a cup's worth. Now from your roux, we have constructed ourselves a bechamel sauce. If your sauce is still looking a little too thick at this point, continue to add half a cup's worth of cream. And now you can see the sauce itself is starting to form a beautiful texture. Making sure to incorporate all that cream don't want to stop mixing. And this right now is looking pretty good. If you like a nice thick sauce, you can stop right now. I'm just gonna add a touch more cream, and that should be it. Beautiful. All right, our sauce is nice and uniform. A very important step is you want to bring this mixture now with your cream, butter, and flour up to a boil for about 1 minute. That's going to activate the flour starches and keep your sauce from separating when you add the cheese. So we're going to raise the temperature. It's very easy to see with your eyes that it's thick, but if you need a double check, you can use the spoon that you're holding. And if your finger makes a breaks a line perfect like that, your sauce is ready. Now we're going to turn off the heat. When you bring your bechamel up to heat, we're going to cut the heat, and we're going to wait about 5 or so minutes until the whole mixture itself has been brought down in temp. We're going to be adding our Parmesan. Some nice big handfuls. The mixture does not have to be heated when you're adding the cheese. The heat from it alone will melt it. Now your mixture is looking all uniform and together. It's time to add the seasonings. Add a little paprika, a little oregano. Adding all the spices to taste. Right now you can see my sauce has a layer of butter and grease on top of it. I unfortunately let it get too hot. This is okay. You're just gonna keep stirring, and you can actually pour off the grease, so don't freak out. You don't have to throw it all away. It's still gonna taste good. All right, we're gonna take it off the heat. Now we got our seasoned chicken. It's time to fry it in our saute pan. Now we're gonna bring your pan up to a nice high heat. With your pan getting hot, add your olive oil, about a tablespoon or so. When you add the chicken to your pan, that's the sound you want to hear. Leave it for about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Just so you know, the chicken doesn't need to be pretty. It's not the most important part of the dish. While the chicken's cooking, we're going to add our pasta. Remember, we are cooking for 2, so don't be afraid to add a lot to your water. To cook your pasta perfectly, on the back of every box there should be instructions that tells you for al dente, fully cooked, and soft pasta. We're gonna do fully cooked pasta for 10 minutes. Now that our pasta's ready, it's time to strain it out. Now that we strain our pasta, it's time to add the sauce to the pasta. Now, if you got as much sauce as I do, and boy, let me tell you, I got a lot of sauce, you can place this in a Tupperware and keep it into your fridge for up to 3 to 5 days. All right, you've completed all your steps so far. The final step is plating your dish. We're gonna start with putting the pasta in your bowl. Now that your pasta is in your dish, it's time to cut our chicken. We have a full meal here assembled. If you want to do something extra special, you can take yourself just a little bit of parsley and put it right on top for a pop of color. Well, folks, that's it for this week's episode. I can teach you how to make that dish for a special someone, but I can't teach you how to get that special someone. So get out there and have some fun. Don't let the kitchen burn you out. Till next time on Cooking with Chris.